I mean, you could easily be 70 feet. It's like one of the sneakiest ace run to bogey holes I've ever seen. Now let's go toss some plastic. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Today we find ourselves in Big Rapids, Michigan, home to some heavy hitters in the college disc golf world. And this is kind of their stomping grounds, North and RiverSide Park West. That is a long disc golf course name, and as you can see, it's freezing. I woke up this morning in the van, 30 degrees. There's frost on the ground. Absolutely unbelievable. It's going to be really hard to get ourselves warmed up today, but we have hole one, 185 feet, pretty steep little Annie shot, nice little Waka Waka to get the arm warmed up. I am really excited to get this round started. Hey, that felt a lot better than I expected for how cold it is. Let's get started. For the two, hole two, 430 feet. Looks like we're just kind of going with a standard low ceiling-ish hyzer shot off the tee. Now, with the current state of my hands, I would be more than happy if we got halfway there. We are gonna go with our Garrett Girthy Wraith. Oh, if that stables up, we're looking good. All right, we went too straight. I think that's gonna be some trouble. The Wraith landed in the middle of all these little trees up here, and surprisingly enough, the Waka Waka is coming out for 2 holes in a row. We have left ourselves a long one, probably around 100 feet. We're gonna go with a high Annie, hopefully get through all of these leaves and leave ourselves a putt. Oh my gosh, that almost went in. That almost went in. That would have been so cool. For the three, hole three, 580 feet. We do have kind of a little tunnel that we have to hit up there, just kind of get through it, finish off to the left, and then try to find the pin for shot number 2. We are gonna go with our Orc. Oh, too high. Fight through maybe? Kinda. Not very much though. As you can see, the Orc maybe 200 feet off the tee pad, so we still have a long way to go, and we have a big blind Annie shot. This looks like a ton of fun, and it looks like it's perfect for our Valkyrie. Very pretty throw, but I think we wanted some more height on that. I don't know how far we may have got that disc. As you can see, we came up very short as expected. I loved the shot shape, it just did not have enough height. We still have 103 feet, little Annie shot for the 3. We are gonna go with our NV. Nice rhyme. Wow, what a bummer, what a bummer. Well, after that lackluster shot, we have left ourselves a little tester putt to save our 4. Hole 4, 280 feet. We have a big anhyzer shot. It looks like the basket's tucked up in the trees. Looks like it goes slightly uphill at the end of the fairway. We are gonna push it out nice and high, nice and wide, and we are gonna go with a soft leopard. I mean, that felt great. That one was probably too high. In reality, like an envy, like a hard low envy would suit up a lot better. For some reason, I wanted to go with some crazy sky shot, completely unnecessary, unneeded, and didn't work out. So we have left ourselves a long one, probably about 50 feet, slightly uphill for the 2. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. For the very ugly 3. I know that I am truly one of the cheapest people in the world, but this year is going to be different. Guys, I need you to put in the comments the best hand warmer. I'm not playing games this year. I need a solid hand warmer, not one that's the size of a brick. Okay, I have had one of those and it was miserable, but just a really good, solid hand warmer. I need it badly, so make sure you let me know. Hole 5, 300 feet dead straight to an elevated basket perched up in the rocks like a bird of prey. We do have kind of a low ceiling up there, so we are going to disc up a little bit. We are going to go with our hex, keep it low, hopefully get some ground play, slide right up there. Get some stability, my goodness. All right. I think we barely squeaked by those bushes sticking out up there. Just feels so good to be standing in the sun right now, so I'm kind of taking my time a little bit, because as soon as we miss this putt, we have to go right back in the freezing cold woods. You know, you speak it, it'll happen. You know what I mean? You know, you try to be a little funny, and then once it becomes true, it's just not funny anymore. Hole 6, 420 feet. This fairway looks like you want to get some right turn off your tee shot and then kind of a left finish. The basket's somewhere up there, more or less dead straight, I think. We are going to go with our champion boss, and if we hit early, we could be in a world of trouble. Oh. I got more juice on that than I thought I had in the tank right now, and it actually went dead straight with a slight right turn, so I don't think that's going to be in a great spot. All we needed to do was be about 5 feet less straight and we'd have ourselves a decent little putt, but instead we have another big Annie. We have these bushes kind of pushing in. It is going to be the Waka Waka. I don't think we have a chance of actually running this basket, more of kind of a layup. That'll work. Kind of boring, but it'll work. 4 to the 3. Oh, wow. Wow. No comment. Hole 7, this one is touchy. Kind of a tunnel shot, 260 feet. You want to go with a little flip up dead straight, but it does look like there's kind of a backdoor hyzer lane up there. Now I am going to go with the dead straight shot and send the envy. Nope. Oh, so bad. This is definitely an envy shot. Just not good. To be fair, that tee shot is a little trickier than it seems on camera, but at this point, I'd be happy with a par. I mean, we don't have hardly any options. The turnover sidearm's not there. I have a small little window. I'm gonna try to turn over my Justice a little bit, hit that window, and then the stability should crash us back towards the basket. Come on, fight up there. All right, I did my plan perfectly. I don't know how long of a putt it left us, but hopefully just a putt. I am really happy with that par save. A bogey would have been quite the motivation killer. Hole 8, it's only 180 feet dead straight. Now, if you wanted to go for an ace run, you would push the Annie, but I think if you push that, that's how you get in trouble. So we're just gonna play it nice and simple, take my Rhino, hopefully get some ground play, walk out with an easy bird. Just slide up there. All right, that should do just fine. Nice little rebound hole. Hole 9, 240 feet. We need to head dead straight for a little bit, and then it seems like it kind of snaps off to the right. Could work for a great little forehand flick, but I'm gonna go with the DX Stingray. Oh. That was a loud pop. I don't know if the old Stingray survived that one. Oh no. Unsurprisingly, we have left ourselves in a very tricky spot here. This fairway gets a lot tighter than you think standing on the tee pad. I do have a few options here, but none of them are ideal. I think I will just kind of push the any shot. I'll hit this initial gap with the Waka Waka, but to finish right next to the basket will require a little bit of luck. All right, well, there was that luck we didn't get. Hopefully we can knock down that putt. For the 3. Oh, goodness, it's a battle. The hands are still pretty cold. For today's hole 9 break, I want to talk to you guys about winter golf. How many of you are northerners? How many of you play through the entire winter? And what is the coldest temperature that you've ever played a round in? Just 3 days ago, I was kayaking in shorts and a t-shirt. And today I feel like the Michelin man. I got my Under Armour, my sweatshirt, my pants, my long johns, and anyone ever take a second and question that? Like, where did the term long johns come from? Are we just gonna let that slide? Long johns? Like, was underwear used to be called johns and then they made them longer, so now they're long johns? Like, I'm not buying that. I'm not buying that at all. Google, where did the term long johns come from?
Underwear was originally invented in the 1930s by David Thornhople.
It's not that long ago.
Later that same year, when the winter season came, he extended the length.
Makes sense.
After the great success, he named this invention Long Johns after his brother Derek.
Took a weird
Derek
turn.
lived a long life and later invented Pringles chips.
What? What? He named them Long Johns after his brother Derek, who lived a long life and later invented Pringles chips. I don't even think that answered the question. I just view life in a far different way now. Like, I feel more enlightened after learning all of that information. I don't even remember what the whole 9 break was about. But if you guys are enjoying the content, if it gave you a good laugh, please take a second, hit that subscribe button. Check out the website in the description for used discs and much more. Thank you. Hole 10, 180 feet. Dead straight. You do have room to kind of work the right to left, especially if you were going for the ace. I think that would be the route that you want to go, but we are going to go with our Rhino. Stable up. Yeah, I mean, that was the right idea for the ace run, but not enough height. This hole is absolutely sinister. From the tee pad, you cannot tell how elevated this basket is. It just looks like a flat tee shot. You can't tell that the end of the fairway dives down. So if you go for like a true ace run and you go flying past the basket, I mean, you could easily be 70 feet. It's like one of the sneakiest, like, ace run to bogey holes I've ever seen. Hole 11, 205 feet. Blind tee shot here. Looks like we have to crest this hill, and then we want kind of a left finish, a rather hard left finish. So we are gonna go with the Kia. This is actually the very first Kia that I ever had. I've had about 3 since then, but this is the OG, and we're gonna put it up to the test, see if it still has some fight left in it. All right, I mean, it flew like a Kia. I feel like I may have noodled that actually. Hopefully not too bad. The Kia did come up a little bit short, but not too bad. Hole 12, 210 feet, almost an identical shot shape as the last hole. Now there is another tee pad somewhere over there that does have a different shot shape, but we're already here. So we are gonna take the Kia, plus this Kia just needs some reps on it. This is good practice for this old disc, and we're gonna see how it does. I mean, it flies more like a Kia than my last Kia did. The last 2 I've had just felt kind of straight, kind of annoyingly, they beat in straight. That thing has just stayed tried and true. I completely misread this hole. I thought we needed way more stability than what we actually did, leaving ourselves a tough tester putt, probably around 40 feet for the 2. Nope, yeah, that's not good. Hole 13, 200 feet, really neat, kind of huge elevated tee pad here. The basket's tucked dead straight up in the woods, kind of a tight little Annie shot. We are gonna go with our Stingray. The Stingray did not make it through the finicky little gap, leaving us a long putt, probably around 60 plus feet for the 2. Oh, noodled it. Hole 14, 280 feet dead straight. Now there are trees on both sides of the basket, which might help if your throw's kind of sloppy. It might stop it right up there for you to have a short putt. We are gonna go with our Envy. That feels really good. Oh yeah, really good. Always love a good Envy toss. One thing that I've been getting asked a lot recently that I want to clear up. Hunter, why don't you only play the longs? Why did you play the shorts on holes 5, 12, 15, and 32? There's 2 factors, guys. One, production. Sometimes on the long or the short, the camera, the setup is just not good. Hole 14 here, perfect example. The long, big blind hyzer shot, hill right off the tee pad. So as exciting as it is to stare at the hill, I find it better to move up to the short. Also, people use my videos in preparation for tournaments. When I started the channel, I only played longs, and I had some people reach out and say, hey, could you maybe bounce back and forth so that way, you know, it's helpful for me when I go to my tournaments playing from the shorts. Absolutely. I'm just here to have a good time, showcase these beautiful courses around the country. So there you go. Hole 15, 460 feet, and we're playing a classic game of throwing a big blind hyzer shot and hoping that it ends up well. I'm not sure how much hyzer we need, if it's more dead straight, but we are gonna go with our champion Firestorm, give it a rip and see what happens. All right, I'm sure that won't have a ton of distance, but I think it should be safe. As expected, we came up a mile short. The Firestorm is not known for its crazy glide, but it is very consistent and reliable. We're still probably 85 feet away. We're gonna try to give it a soft run with our Pro Rhino. No run at all, but an easy 3. For the 3, hole 16, 245 feet. This is kind of a congested fairway. We just need to hang dead straight for a while and get that reliable left finish. We are gonna go with our Kotuku. Slide up there. Man, it sounded like we clipped some kind of branch right outside of sight. That's a bummer. Well, this worked out tragically, much worse than I thought. Luckily though, we didn't go to the bottom of this huge ditch over here, only about halfway down, leaving ourselves a tricky putt, probably around 50 feet for the 2. Nope, not even close. For the 3, hole 17, 250 feet, but it is a pretty aggressive hyzer. The basket's tucked way up there off to the left. So with that being the case, we are gonna go with a more overstable choice, our Scepter. Skip. Huge skip, huge. I hope that worked out well because that was a very pretty shot. Really nice skip shot with the Scepter. And rounding off our very fun day here at the West Course, we have 290 feet, kind of a big Annie, but you need some stability at the end. And in the middle of hole 17's fairway, I found the saddest thing. This DX Beast just laying there. No name, no number, no hope, completely forgotten. Well, we're about to change that. We are about to completely just full send this DX Beast up there, and I expect nothing other than an ace. We got the Annie. I'm sure we didn't get the stability. So here's where the DX Beast landed, and after really mowing over this bad lie that we're stuck in, I've decided that I'm gonna go with the DX Beast. Not great. Should be a par though. May the next person to throw this DX Beast throw it proudly. That wraps up today's video at North End RiverSide Park West here in Big Rapids. And overall, guys, this course is rock solid. That's just what you would expect from a disc golf course located right next to a university known for having a great disc golf team. Tee signs, tee pads, and baskets are all in great shape, and there's no issues navigating the course. They have longs and they have shorts, and one thing that I really enjoy is that the longs and shorts aren't necessarily built off of each other, but they're in completely different spots, really giving it the appearance and feel of two different courses. A lot of times you see the longs just kind of directly back or maybe just bent around a corner, but these are actually completely different fairways. You are going to need a little bit of everything to take on this course, as you guys saw. Some shots will suit up great for forehands, big turnover shots, ton of distance, and a lot of finesse. Everything that you need to just continue to improve your game. And also, this course is located at a really nice park that also has another disc golf course. Yes, there are two disc golf courses on this property, so you can really take the time and make a complete day trip of coming out here. To be honest with you guys, I don't have anything negative to say about this course. I will say there's nothing that really makes you ooh and ah. There's no breathtaking scenery here. There's no crazy tee pads that you step up to. Like, it's all just pretty straightforward but well-designed fundamental disc golf. Another thing to keep in mind is I think these disc golf courses can get pretty busy, especially on the weekends. I could be wrong, but it's something to keep in mind if you plan on making the day trip. With all of that being said, I'm going to give West the very solid score of 8.3 out of 10. Overall, extremely just very solid disc golf course. As I mentioned, nothing else really pushing it to those upper tiers, but an 8.3, very solid. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Now it's your turn to go toss some plastic.